Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Flixet. Black Widow movie theory. How will Tony Stark appear in the film, and could we revisit his snap in Avengers Endgame to reveal a resurrection of Black Widow? Erik Voss breaks down Natasha Romanov's death to acquire the Soul Stone on Vormir, why her resurrection is so complicated, and why a deleted scene from Avengers Endgame might be the key to her return in a Black Widow post-credit scene. Let's talk about Black Widow's resurrection and Tony Stark's cameo scene. But before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button to enter a monthly shoutout giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribe and we'll enter you into the giveaway. Scarlett Johansson, aka Black Widow, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe has finally been handed a standalone movie and given a marginally more central role in Avengers Endgame than she's written out of the timeline altogether. Iron Man's self-sacrifice at the end of Studio 22nd's film feels right, for here is a superhero who has been at the forefront of Marvel matters since the beginning, bringing the curtain down perfectly on the MCU's first decade after countless heroic adventures. This is what took to defeat Thanos and restore half the universe back to life, and as fans, we're just about to buy the death of Tony Stark because it was never going to be easy. Black Widow's decision to trade herself for the Soul Stone on Vormir in order to allow Hawkeye to return to the bosom of his resurrected family is on the other hand deeply unsatisfying. Johansson, despite her reported $20 million a movie salary, has always been handed the role of a lesser member of the Avengers, a sidekick who started out as someone for Stark to leer at in Iron Man 2, before graduating to something akin to Wise best mate, plus occasional Hulk love interest. There's a sense that her story was cut short before we really got a chance to know her, and they didn't even bother to give her a funeral. Reports suggest that the mooted Black Widow solo movie will now be a prequel, set just after the first Avengers movie. This will also be deeply depressing. There are numerous story threads from the Marvel movies and comics that could be picked up from Black Widow's regular banter with Hawkeye about the infamous jaunt to Budapest to the 2005 graphic novel Black Widow Homecoming, which dealt with her past as a Russian Black Ops spy raised in the legendary Red Room. But it could be churlish to expect fans to get excited about a belated backstory of a character the studio couldn't be bothered to keep alive. The whole point of Captain Marvel's 90s set origins story was that we got to meet a superhero who would soon be playing a vital role in the main continuum. With Black Widow, we will be denied this sense of continuity. If Black Widow really does stay dead, then Marvel appears to have made something of a rod for its own back. Part of the joy of the MCU is the ability of characters to cross-pollinate. Thor joining the Guardians of the Galaxy at the denouement of Endgame is a perfect example, but the only version of Natasha Romanov we are now going to see is the one who can never again be a part of the main Marvel timeline. She will be stuck in the past, hanging out with fellow Avengers for standalone adventures, rather than playing a central role in the main narrative. I mean, where's the fun in that? Marvel could pursue a different path, one that was seeded in Endgame and could be teased during mid-credit sequences for forthcoming MCU entries. Banner reveals during the film's final that he tried to resurrect Natasha when sporting the Infinity Gauntlet. He laments his own failure, but who is to say that the stones didn't restore Black Widow to life on Vormir, where she would presumably have quite a bit of explaining to do to a stone-faced Red Skull. But it's also possible that Steve Rogers was able to trade the Soul Stone for Natasha's life when he returned to Vormir, though that doesn't really make sense in my opinion. I mean, everyone could just take the Soul Stone and just give it back afterwards. Even if she hasn't been restored to life, perhaps Natasha is languished somewhere in the Soul World pocket universe that sits within the Soul Stone in the comics, just waiting to be rescued by her fellow Avengers. The story of her rescue would make for a more intriguing Black Widow movie than an origins film for a character we're never going to see again. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Also watch the 2 videos that you're seeing on screen right now because I'm sure you'll love them. With that said, I'll see you in the next video.